and make sure that people are taking this down. That's really appreciated. But all the others as well. So, I want to tell you a little story. About 2 months ago, I was driving back from Sacramento, long day, long drive. I come out on Hop Yard Road in Valley, and I say, what are all these people standing around holding signs against Trump for? I mean, this is the Tri-Valley. This is a conservative town. No way. Indivisible came out. They got people out on the corner. They rallied, and it's so inspiring to me to see the Tri-Valley waking up and saying, hey, we have to stand up because things aren't right. And this is the place to do it. So I want to thank you all for that, the organizers. Now, a little bit about the redistricting. We didn't want this fight. We didn't ask for this fight. They brought it to us. But I tell you what, we are not going to run away from it. We have got to stop what this president is doing. I mean, if you like people throwing people off Medicare, if you like the deportations, if you like all those bad things that this president is doing, then stand down and don't do anything. But if you care about democracy, if you care about protecting citizens like Christy Wayne, who are contributors to our society, then we need to stand up, we need to get it together, and we need to do this. So yesterday, I think it was, we passed 3 bills with the maps, with the proposition, and with the new districts. And we pushed that through. We had a signing yesterday, and I tell you what, California is going to stand strong. We're going to stop this move to autocracy right here in Tri-Valley, right here in California. So thank you for coming out here and doing everything you can to make that happen. It's pretty scary seeing what's happening, but I tell you, there's some really good things happening here too. As Julie mentioned, for one thing, we had fusion ignition in Livermore a couple years ago. They're improving, they're getting better. We're going to make sure that fusion energy happens here in California. We're going to make sure that quantum computing happens here in California. We're going to make sure that California has a sustainable water system. We're going to make sure that we can produce renewable energy and get to our 100% green energy goal by 2045. These are things that are happening because California is the state with the will and the people and the energy to do it. So thank you for California. Thank you for inviting me to come to California in 1990. I appreciate it. And we're going to do everything we can to make sure that we keep this state in the lead, on the right path, and standing up for the autocracy that's happening elsewhere in this country. Now, I have a friend here. His name's Mark. Well, we're not really friends. But I think, in a way, it worked out a good story. Mark was in the state Senate a few years ago, and the state Senate is a place where you actually can do things and enjoy your job. And I'm doing that. And Mark just made the decision to go from a happy place to a difficult place.
I didn't have a choice. I was termed with it.
Oh, he was termed with it.
Yeah.
I would have stayed.
But we've always been friends. I always liked to rip him because he was at one time a Republican. But he is a true Democrat that fights for the things we care about and making a difference in Washington. Your congressman, some of your congressmen, Mark DeSaulnier.
We both grew up in the same small town outside of Boston, at different times. Chelmsford, Massachusetts. I don't think there are another 2 California elections we can say that are from Chelmsford, Massachusetts. Anyways, it's delightful to be here. Thank you for being such a greeting. Thank you for everything you do. First, on SEI Devlin, for all the work that we've been doing together. Congressman Swallow was quite happy, I think, to have redistricting give that facility to be. We worked together on it, and we haven't had a chance to communicate for just the last 48 hours. We're having some trouble with the Department of Prisons. We've actually had a pretty good relationship with them, including the director, working to make sure that that facility isn't used again. And a really sad thing, they've got 20 employees. Some of them, they think, are whistleblowers of the awful things that are happening there. They're living in mobile homes not far from here. The jobs went away, but they won't help them transition to either other jobs within the Department of Prisons, which are a long way away. There's agencies. So we're trying to help with local and state to get transfers with the governor. All of these people are capable of working for the Department of Corrections in the state of California. But I'll tell you, these people are wrong. This administration is just very, very difficult to work with. Everything you read is worse. And what he is about to do, we talked about yesterday when I was doing in Los Angeles. I was in Los Angeles 3 days ago with Karen Bass, a dear friend. Long meeting. Okay, a long meeting with Karen about all the wonderful things she's doing there, what he's trying to do there. And also had a long meeting with the chancellor of UCLA, trying to encourage him not to pay the extortion and how can we help with that. The research that he's destroying in this country is just phenomenal. We're seeing so much to other countries, and particularly China. So all of these things are important on redistricting. I don't like the fact that we're there. I don't think any of us like this. I was a supporter of the commission when I was in the legislature. I went to tease Jerry. That was my first or second favorite job. It's a lot easier to get the votes in a 40-seat institution or 5-seat, particularly in California because our culture is so different. People are open. But redistricting is what we have to do. And it's the Supreme Court that causes the 6-3 decision there. Just read the majority decision, the Chief Justice, unbelievable. Basically saying that the federal government has no role in how the states select federal representatives. So that opened up Texas. It wasn't accidental. This is all very well thought out. So we have to respond in kind. And the governor's done a great job, Jerry, and the legislature's done a great job. And unfortunately, with the new map, I won't represent the portion of Dublin I want anymore, but I get Castro Valley. So anything I can do in Castro Valley, I'd love to work with you. But this is the fight for our lives, folks. All of us are looking around the room, see a few different people. We've heard politicians say, this is the most important election of our lifetimes. These next 3 elections are the most important elections of our lifetime. Next November, we don't have time to stick around. I would suggest the next November, besides working with the clubs and the central committees, swing left, East Bay, and resist. That's great. That's a target split, whatever that was. It's just the protest along the creek. They're very good about organizing at a local level and trying to create national models here locally with our friends in the labor movement, in the activist movement, the environmental movement. But we have to win in November. And then we have to win the midterms, and it's going to be really hard. And then we have to get rid of this miserable son of a bitch and change the institution. We lost the House by 7,203 votes. Think of it. If we had the same turnout in the Midwest that we had when President Biden beat him, the first time Kamala Harris would be the President of the United States right now, and we would have control of the House, and there was a shot. We could have had control of the Senate. So this is all about what it's always about, turnout and persuading people how important it is. So everything you do, every hour you spend, knocking on doors for Adam Gray, Josh Harder, and replace David Aldale, all those things, on the phone, texting, that's all about defending democracy. What John Kennedy said, it's ultimate moment. He said defending freedom, it's the same thing. So I'm thrilled to be here. It's encouraging. Man, I have to get some Marcus Onion swag down here, clearly. As I see the Bernie Gang and the Eric Swalwell swag. And thank you for them, too. They're wonderful colleagues along the journey to serve with. We have a great delegation at the federal and state and the local level. And when we work together,